All right, hello and welcome back as we kick off the weekend on a Friday night with our final Prism quarterfinal. Hoping for a good game, and we will see. But that's a question for a little bit later on. Why don't we run through our week real quick? As well, of course, here is a reminder of your final standings, just so you can see where all the records were. The pretty big tie, and then, of course, the 8 teams that have moved on. Then we can look at our. I still didn't update this. Well, I keep forgetting. I do bracket, not this. So, speaking of, why don't we look at our bracket? Of course, 3 series down, 3 teams locked in as advancing. My bad on not updating the results, but hey, you can see them all on this, and that's what's more important. As you can see, our top semifinal is locked in, with Havana and New York facing off. Of course, Havana and Houston getting advancements on forfeits, and then New York winning a 6-game series last night. As we do have we have members of both teams in VC, although we don't have a complete. One of our teams is not complete yet, and no one's in the lobby just yet, so we'll get our series going as soon as we can, of course. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who Houston face off against. I think after those forfeits, both that New York-Miami series and Steinhatchee Florida series feel like they should be matches to determine the finalists. But of course, we'll see next week because I think Havana and Houston, obviously they're the 7 and 8, so they are underdogs and they should be considered as such. But I think especially with Havana's case, definitely not a team you can count out. So definitely still a series to tune into. And of course, we got to figure out who fills that last spot. And so why don't we zoom in on our match more specifically as we have the Scallops up against the Ospreys here. Number 3 versus number 6. Only one series in their record separating them, though. These streaks are pretty different as well, as Florida are on a 4-game winning streak, while Steinhatchee lost their last series. The averages are still in favor of the Scallops by a score of 5-1, and your key players are Hallow and Latumos. Now, of course, as I mentioned in the Discord, this was a Week 11 game, and Florida started really strong in that one, winning Game 1 4-0. But then we didn't play the rest of the series, so obviously it'll discount it just a little bit. So I think baseline, say that game never happened, say that was earlier, whatever. The Scallops are favorites, and that's pretty clear for me personally. But contrast that with that game in mind. No, it's still open, Kellen. With that series in mind, I think Florida have a pretty good argument. That I think if the Scallops are still motivated to try to win, which I think especially with Round Rock and Hanoi out, they should be, this is a team that can bounce back, they can play fast, and they can just kind of dominate and close out the game. I don't think so, Pitt. I mean, neither team has joined the lobby yet, and I was messaged by a manager that one player isn't on yet and the other was driving home. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a game. Neither team has joined yet, but they also have 10 minutes, and as far as I know, they'll be good within that time. Again, I haven't heard anything from the other team, but they're all in their call, so that's a good sign that they're available. But we'll see. Yeah, Vice V should be good. Obviously, gotta wait and see, but I don't foresee an issue here. So honestly, a prediction's really hard. I could honestly, I feel like I want to go like Scallops in 6 as like a I favor the Scallops on a baseline, but I think Florida are really good, and I think it should be close. But if I'm gonna predict what happens, honestly, it's like 5 games or less, maybe, because I could see the Scallops showing up, playing really well, absolutely balling, dominating this one, and I could see Florida doing what they did in game one of that last one, and then just bouncing back and winning. Like I I could see realistically either team dominating this one. I might struggle to see a closer series, but I would love to. Um, so we'll see, really. Uh, Hoping for a good game here, but very hard to say. And yeah, so I'm just going to stick with my prediction of Scallops 4-2. But man, I just want a good series. And like I said, if I was going to actually predict what I think will happen, I probably would go 5 games or less. I would probably predict something more one-sided. But I don't know, man. This game is so challenging because, again, eliminate week 11 from existence. I am favoring Steinhatchee very strongly. But with that series in mind, Florida have been very strong as of late. They've won 4 straight games, including taking down 2 of the top 4, both New York and the Scallops. And then they won that first game. And so that series didn't finish, so we didn't get to see what would happen next. And then, of course, there was a reason why the forfeit happened and all of that you can point to. But Florida are pretty good. So, I don't know. This is a series. It's close in the way that I don't know who's going to win. But like I said, I might be a little surprised if the series itself is close. So, that's where we're at. As again, we are. I mean, we'll see, Kellen. There's no RLCS though. So there should be no reason for it, especially in playoffs. But hey, you never know. We'll find out. As we do have one team in now, just waiting on the other one. Again, hoping it's not too long, and I do know they should. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. So, I don't think we're gonna have any odd happenings, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll find out. It'll be interesting again. As we are just still waiting. I don't have ice, but and hopefully not too much longer. I feel like there's not much else I can say. Obviously I can point to Hallow looking at those stats. It feels like when you watch the games, he maybe hasn't been that dominant, but I mean, it's every season. He even pointed out after the show that I think that's his second MVP in a row. So he's been cooking. He's just, Vice asked me about the game, but let me finish this thought, then I'll circle back to that. Hallow he's a consistent factor. Obviously, there's been some other parts of it that we're not sure, but just in general, I feel like Hallow has been such a strong player, and this is a good team around him. I think the main complaint we've had is like chemistry, cohesion. Feels like they've struggled a little bit in that regard, which is why they haven't always been the best team, but they've stayed in the conversation. Meanwhile, on the other side, Vice, someone we've seen around on a lot of the strongest teams, Latumos, someone else who's put up strong performances. Then, of course, we did have some movement with their third, and it took them a couple weeks, and they locked in, and this is a very strong trio. So I want to say this is kind of a matchup of 3 very strong players who at times have struggled to play together against 3 players who have been good, but have been playing really well with each other in the last few weeks. So this could be a raw skill versus chem sort of game. And again, I'm interested to see where it goes, whether Florida are able to just take their control to shut it down, or if the Scallops can just kind of overpower them and click with each other. But I don't know, we'll see. As we are, again, still waiting, but I do see everyone... I do see everyone in calls, so hopefully we'll do it. Get into this one soon. Now, while we are waiting on that, Vice did ask me about the game last night. I don't know. Obviously, feels good to win. We said it in the interview. I did. I didn't play well yesterday, but, you know, that's just kind of the nightmare way. It feels like every series we've won, it's been, oh, well, we aren't playing our best, but hey, at least we won. And that's just every time. So, you know, maybe eventually we will play well, but that's still to be seen. But yeah, obviously, game we kind of expected to win because just like this one, we had just beat Miami in the last week, but that's a strong team, and I do think they probably did play better because it felt like they all were a threat, and they were just putting on so much pressure if we let them. So that was a good series. Obviously, the only one to be played so far in Prism before this one soon, I would think. Okay, it appears we will have everyone. Now, one person is lagging in joining, so we have all players but one. But everyone's in the call, so I think we're going to be getting going soon. And yeah. So, basically just to recap, because this has been a long time sitting here. I don't think I need to cut it down, because we've been pretty on task, finding things to talk about the whole time. But, you know, basically a summary of this game, for anyone who skips, anyone like that, definitely feels like Steinhatchee are the stronger team on paper and the strongest team overall. However, it feels like Florida have been better with their cohesion, and this is a team that has taken out a lot of good teams as of late, especially, I mean, even this Scallops game, this Scallops team, even just in one game in the last week of the season 2 weeks ago. So I think you'd be very right to just favor hold. I just want to make sure of one thing. Okay, cool. I want to make sure Jam put in a name change, but he did. So, we good. As we are good to go. Like I said, do wonder, will the Scallops play well around each other, and will they just shut this one down? Or will Florida's cohesion stand strong? And will they just kind of outplay Steinhatchee like they did 2 weeks ago? That, of course, yet to be seen. I predicted Scallops in 6, just as a sense of I favor Scallops, but it's close. And hold on, before we recap that, Matt has some new action for us as Hallow pinches it out. Matt drops it down low. 3 players try, but it gets right by him. By the way, I didn't even look at chat to see you ask that, Kellen. But yeah, I'm just recapping it because, again, it's been a long time waiting. I said Scallops in 6, just a sense of I favor him. I think the series is pretty close. I honestly, okay, well, I was going to say I think this is likely a one-sided series. And so far, Hallow's trying to keep it so. A center out there by Nels. Hallow slots it in the bottom left corner. And 20 seconds in, it's 2-0 for Steinhatchee. A strong start for them and a bit of a concerning one for Florida. Of course, a lot of time left to go. Still plenty for them to bounce back, and that's a good start. Latumos makes it a 1-goal game. Nell's trying to 50 it, but Lat 50's right through him. Then that pre-flip touch just barely puts it in the corner. So now 2-1. Florida do get themselves back on the board. Latumos up towards the ceiling, looking for the touchdown, gets it down towards the corner. Hello jumping up. This one back down off the ceiling. Another double. That'll beat Jam. Latumo sending it out again. Jam jumping up. Strong touch forward, but Matt can get to that one easily. Hello now to bring it down. Goes up the right side, trying to take some control. Gets a reset and the touch. A little bit weak, though. And so it's cleared away by Vice. Latumo's now another dunk. Matt trying to control. Pass across. Hallow there. Matt secures 3-1. I don't know if it was in or off the bar, but we'll call it a secure from Matt. That's certainly in. But Matt taps it down to the bottom left. And Steinhatchee reestablished their 2-goal advantage. This one rolls around, dropping down in front. It'll get cleared away again. Vice trying to pass it down. Latumo's towards the net, but Hallow plenty of time to get up for it. Up in the air now by Jam. Vice trying to jump, but can only play it into the corner where it's then blocked to the side and cleared away by Nels. Nels now chasing it. Jam trying to pop it up. He'll get bumped. Hallow will score. 4-1. Scallops continue to run away. Jam a little bit light on that touch. Bumped off the follow. And Hallow dunks it down. The Scallops all over Florida in the early stages here. Doesn't even feel like they have complete pressure. It just doesn't feel like they need it. All of their attacks have been scary, and obviously 4 have led to goals. So that was a nice chance by Latumo, but can't double it down. Now around the outside, Hallow trying to get it away. Demo by Vice, but Nels will still get the long clear. Caught by Vice, but he's out of boost. Bouncing out. Nels makes it 5. Scallops running away with it on the man field. Vice doesn't have boost and panic ensues. No one can react to get back to it. And the Scallops are leaving no room for error. Still just under 3 minutes to go, but this lead, substantial is an understatement. Vice trying to cut into it, plays it off the back wall, won't be able to follow it up, but now Lad up with a chance, and that goes the wrong way. Hallow now trying to catch up, off the back wall. Matt the shot down, it's high. Nels now faked out by the Florida defense. Will still get the flick over to Matt. Matt to Hallow, to the right side. 6-1. Hat trick for Hallow. We're getting ready maybe to book our tickets as there's just under half the game to go. I mean, I said honestly, I don't know if I said the words I was thinking, but obviously Florida pretty confident. Feeling pretty good about that game 1 2 weeks ago. But I was thinking the Scallops might not want to take that. They might be mad. And we're headed to Brazil as it's 4 goals for Hallow. All 3 players get a touch on it. Hallow's a bit of a ghost touch, but hey, we'll give it to him. And it is 7-1. Steinhatchee are leaving 0 room for doubt. That one bounces wide. Nels will keep it in. Hallow diving again. It's in again. That's his 5th. And it's 8-1. Florida are just reeling. And I think it might be safe to say this game might be over. Just a little bit. Now, a comeback is possible. But I think I might say it's not going to happen. Now, I'm taking a bit of a risk in saying that. But, you know, I just having a feeling maybe Florida aren't going to come back from this one. Latumo tries 50 away. Does end up in a pinch, but it's a slow roller. Nels will pop it out to the side. Won't be able to get a double, though. Quick read from Latumos there, but nothing threatening, and Matt will get it away for free. Jam now right out at Nels. He'll go to the ceiling, and he'll get back to it. Another one tapped across, but no one to dive. Jam, though, going the wrong way. Nels trying to center. No one clearing it. Until Jam finally does get it out for a moment, but it's Matt to force it back in. Under 90 seconds to go here. Latumo's trying to go. Just dropped down. Vice's shot blocked down by Nels. Gets it out. It might get awkward, but the Scallops do not break. As Latumos pops up again, looking for another dunk, but won't get anything else. Vice now leaves it down. Jam's shot is saved away by Nels. Nels still with it. Tries to pinch with the ceiling, doesn't quite get it, but it does still turn into a shot that Vice ends up needing to save. That one off the post as well. Jam trying to get it away. Final 50 seconds to go here. Still a 7-goal advantage, and feeling pretty confident about my prediction just about now, but hey, still a lot of time left to go. Jam already on this one, up in the air, gets it off the back wall. Hallow awkward on the touch, but Matt there, again in plenty of time. Vice trying to collect. Latumos will pick it up, pop out. Vice in the air, low shot. Hallow still reads it. Jam now tries to slow it down, but Matt gets in the way. Nels will clear it away. Matt will strike it on the line, pinched away by Jam. They will hold it to 8, but a loss is a loss. And this game was not close at all. The clock strikes 0. It's a mercy for Florida as Steinhatchee easily take their first game 8-1. They outshoot 17-6. A little bit confident perhaps. And they will play from in front in this series as we get ready to move on to DFH for game number 2. Nels with the insta leave and rejoin, by the way. So, you know, quick on that one. But we are ready to go. Game number 2. Florida now 1 behind, which feels generous because that last game counting as 1 feels crazy. That one close to a strong start, but Hallow able to get just enough on the 50 to push it wide. Florida, of course, would love to get an early lead, or, I mean, honestly, just avoiding getting scored on for a while would be great because they'd already given up 2 by this point in the last game. So this one's dropped in by Latumos again. Nels trying to get it down the sideline, eventually taken away by Vice. Awkward by Matt. Latumos gifted the shot, and he takes the opportunity. 1-0 Florida. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of disorder there for the Scallops. And that's what they needed. Of course, they'll need a lot more than that to not only hold, but likely extend this lead. But hey, that is a better start. That can maybe be a launch pad for a little bit of confidence if they can keep it up. Jam now trying to pass it across. Hallow pops it straight up. A little bit awkward, but he'll follow it up. Able to beat out one with that play. Now Vice taking control. Too far for LA2 to jump at. Jam now following it back. Plays it around the outside. Centers it out. Latimus in the air, but Hallow's there first. 1. Vice blocks it away. Jam now trying to drop it down, but Vice beat on it. Jam chasing this one as Hallow control from the right side again. 1 touch forward. Doesn't get the reset, and Latimus has a save. Another awkward clear. Vice is up. Shot forward. Latumos maybe bumped into it. I don't think he had a shot anyway. It'll say 1-0 as the Scallops push forward again. And drop down, Vice to clear away. Nels is played over to the side. Now pushed back in. Vice a shot. Hallow over to the side. Matt trying to get it away. A little bit slow to jump again, but does still get the next touch as Jam up. Latumos down. Vice trying to jump in. It's off the bar again. And that one going the wrong way, but it is wide of net. Latumos does well to pop it up and away from the danger. Now he'll look for a clear. He'll get a reset, but Hallow playing passive will be able to reach that one. Jam now from the side trying to carry, but it's Hallow to steal it away instead. Vice trying to shoot this one down. Nels 1 touch away for the moment. Now it's Hallow up towards the ceiling. Jam the light touch down. Double commit. Nels the catch. Looking to keep it up. Demo in net, but Vice out of the blind spot. Able to steal that one away as well. Florida, of course, still only up by 1, but hey, they are holding on to this lead. This is a much slower, much more back and forth game than the first one. Obviously, we have seen mostly Florida pressure, I'd say, which is a big change from the last one. But a couple chances we've seen from the Scallops have not been enough to hold on. As Nels tries to jump up, Jam will get a 50 out of it. Matt now with control in the air, carries it over. It's a tie game. 1-1. Matt, absolute control, goes right over Latumos. Vice can't reach. It takes 3 minutes, but the Scallops are on the board in game 2. And we are all tied up. The pressure is right back on for Florida. Now played across. This one bouncing out off the corner. Nels, a bit of an awkward play again. Mac now going off his own back wall. Will get a double. Scallops still a little bit awkward, but Hallow will buy a lot of time and set up Nels, whose shot is saved by Lotimus. Matt now the shot will ring off the bar. Vice just beats 1. Latumos bringing it down, plays it to the back wall, but there's no shot towards net. Jam trying to force it back in. It'll stay in the corner here. Fakes that one out though. Latumos now forced into a back pass, and there's no one close enough, so Florida have to forfeit their attack for the moment. Vice though will get back down to this one as it's off the left wall. Latumos to the back wall. Hallow gets it away to the side. Now bouncing around again. Nels trying to roll it around. Played downfield again. Vice the 50 forward. Matt sending it down. Matt now another clear, but it's Latumos to get it to the side again. Jam trying to play it away. This one bounced in. It'll be Vice to get it away off the ceiling though. Latumos now diving in. Gets the 50 off the right side. Final 30 seconds here. Still a 1-1 game. Next goal could be huge as the time continues to trickle away. Still no more goals on the board. Been a minute and a half long drought here. I feel like the Scallops have taken more and more control, but we are still seeing these chances for Florida, and they're gonna get the next goal. They will regain their lead as Vice takes the 50 and Jam stares down an empty net. Hallow tries to dive, but too little, too late. 13 seconds left to go. Florida lead. Jam now to get it forward. It's off the back wall. He's just gonna add another playmaker for Vice. And it's a 2-goal lead. Jam bumps his teammate out of the way. Slams that one through. And it's a multi-goal advantage now. Under 10 seconds to go. Florida get dominated in game 1, but they control game 2, and they will give us a series as it's all tied up as we look towards game 3. Maybe it will be a close one after all. As they still... Actually, they're going to tie in shots 5-5. But, of course, more efficient. They will score 3 of 5 as compared to the only 1 on the other side. So, if you score more, you win. That's kind of how Rocket League, of course. And it just felt like they had that little bit more control. That in the first half of the game, they got their 1-goal lead and they held it. They kept control. They got pressure. It wasn't turning to shots, but it was wasting away that clock. Then in the second half of the game, once it got tied up, they really locked it down. They got pressured more, but they just held on through it. And then eventually the couple chances opening up for Jam, and he doesn't miss them. That'll be a big focus of this game, of course, taking advantage of the opportunities given. We have a little bit of chatting before we get ready now to load in game number 3. Of course, no timeout called And so we just roll on. The slower game went to Florida. The quicker to Steinhatchee. Which way will we go in the third? Nell's trying to dive in. It's Jam to get the dunk away. That'll force Matt all the way back, but a quick cut will beat Latumos. Now only 2 left. Pass to Hallow, but it's a clean dunk by Vice. Nels, though, trying to dunk it in. A low boost for Jam, but he will still make the play. Latumos dunked around again. Still no one to jump for it. Vice, maybe a bit of panic as he'll get that off the sidewall. Another good 15, another good clear, though, and Florida break out quickly. Vice now up, gets it off the corner, bouncing back behind Latumos. Now awkward for Florida, but it's a good recovery by Latumos to get it back in front of him. Although Nels will quickly put it right back the other direction, as that one does spill out middle. But Vice will play it away quickly. 150 down and now sent long downfield. Nels off the right side, dropping down. Vice up towards the ceiling. Another one shot down. It'll bounce down off the ceiling. Hallow now the center out. Latumos bouncing straight up in the air. Back down off the back wall. Nels 50 down off the ceiling. Latumos up the left side now. Matt trying to follow it up. Gets the reset. Now looking for a pass back, but Latumos able to intercept. And it'll stay out as that one now. Dangerous pinch, but Hallow playing back will get there in plenty of time. Now back down again, this one away. Hallow beats the last man, but it's wide of net and they can't turn it back in. Nell's looking for a center and it will come out to Matt. But Vice is there to catch and they will work it away. This one's dropped down again. Matt off the back wall. Hallow playing it away again. Latumos dropping it in. Up in the air by Jam. Cleared away again. Vice diving in. Jam will get it away. Matt trying to shoot it back, but Latumos again able to get it out. Florida feels like almost a ticking time bomb here. They've dealt with so much pressure, and finally, the Scallops do break through. It's the demo by Nels removing the goalie. Vice tries to jump, but he can't get there. Hallow gets the first goal on the board. 1-0. Scallops take the lead here. More than half the game to go. Feels like Florida now especially needs to get some pressure. It's workable, it's survivable to live with pressure against you in a tie game, but as soon as you're trailing, you need to find some more control. By the way, it would be amiss if I don't call out that doink. Well, it wasn't quite a doink with the backflip, but that redirect which rung just high. Incredible shot. So close, but unfortunately not quite in, which will keep this lead for the Scallops. Hallow trying to play it forward. Jam catching it over to the corner again. Matt now already on this one as it'll bounce out. Latumos trying to poke it away. Hallow around the outside. Bouncing down. Nels trying to just keep it in. Will make it awkward as now Matt gets the 50 out. Jam diving by this one. Hallow up off the back wall. Bouncing around again. Nels trying to get it away. This one centered. Hallow is there. It's 2-0. Florida once again cannot break out as those touches there a little bit too much for them to read. And it ends up with Hallow, who gets those last shots through and doubles the Scallop lead. Players in the air now for Florida, but Matt will get the dunk away anyway. Latumos trying to get this one down. It'll be Matt up for another clear out. 85 seconds here. Florida, of course, still a chance if they can get on the board soon. But Vice not able to get on the right side of that one. Could have been a chance for, I think, him and Latumos, but neither one able to turn it in. And now the Scallops have had time to recover. Almost doesn't matter, but Matt able to get a block on that. Jam now the reset down, but it's easily cleared forward by Hallow. Cleared down off the ceiling again. Vice trying to bounce it away. Nels now down off the ceiling. Latumos to the right side. This one off the back wall. Latumos trying to win it forward again. Gets a big reset over Nels, but Vice too close as well. Now Latumos underjumps it without boost. And it's an easy recovery for Steinhatchee, as the time has just continued to tick away. That shot is high, but it's just running away from Florida. Under 30 seconds to go. Still a 2-goal lead against them. And it still feels like they just will not have enough for this one. The Scallops take their pressure. They eventually earn their lead. And then they're plenty happy to just sit back and waste away the game. As how about one more by Nels? Just adding another to the pile. That makes it 3-0. He just gets up, drops that one down, and earns now a 3-goal lead for the Steinhatchee roster. This one will bounce down off the ceiling. Easy shot, Hallow. How about 4? As off the kickoff, Florida just not really able to get there. As Hallow just clears it forward, waits on the read, and taps it through. So we gotta wait for another kickoff. It's now 4-0, and that was a hat trick for Hallow, of course. Now cleared forward. Hallow looking for the pop. I think this was a freestyle attempt, but a couple of Florida members in the air will get the save away. As the clock does, of course, strike 0. And the ball does fall, which secures the win for the Scallops. So with another dominant win, this one more dominant as of late, they'll outshoot 11-4. And they'll outscore 4-0 en route to a 2-1 series lead. As after 3 games, they will be the team in front. And it appears we're not going to have a timeout, and so we will roll forward. Of course, especially with the game win on the board for Florida, if they're planning to use one at all, they can definitely afford to wait. Yeah, a set of 4 where Florida need to win 3. Yep, makes sense. As we... not sure what is going on, but I think we're good as we do. What? Oh, okay. Okay. I was confused by what they were talking about, but I think what happened is people were kind of joining. I think people joined the wrong team initially, so the kickoff was wrong. So they're trying to get Vice to reset to fix the kickoff. As this one's off the bar, on the line for so long, but Hallow eventually just cleans it up. I was like, wait, but Vice is on the right team. But no, yeah. I think he was just in the wrong spot because someone on Steinhatchee had initially joined wrong, which made him in the wrong spot when he joined. But all good. Obviously, we play on. And this one's cleared forward. Hallow is there. It's off the bar, but the double is wide. Matt, now the drop down. It's popped up and away by Latumos, who now 50's right by 2. But Hallow, good follow-up, and the boost grab will buy some space. And the Scallops don't want to give anything to Florida here. This one now played back off the back wall, dropping down. Matt, dunked away by Jam. This one will bounce straight out, but Latumos is already there. Problem for him is Nels there as well. Will get the 50 away. Now in the air, though, as this one will go by. Shot forward. It's in. Nels gives Steinhatchee another early lead. I believe that should be 3 of 4 this series. As Florida keep trying to break out, but it's still Scallops favored. And they still get that first blood. Florida now feels like they need to get this response back. That one just barely wide, and another shot is saved away. This one now will be awkward. Fortunately, they do get it away from the first man, but Hallow still earns a shot. A little bit high. Also keeping the pressure on. Another 50. Matt already up. Latumos wins the challenge. Low boost on Hallow, who will get to it and will get it downfield. Matt on it too. It's off the post. Latumos a good read. Jam trying to go whole way, but Nell's able to block it away. Latumos a shot. Matt another save. Feels like every Florida shot has a Scallops player there to make it just not even feel threatening. And so we need to see something more coordinated. More passes, more like that even. Latumos ties the game. Vice passes it forward. Latumos the redirect away from Hallow. And we are all tied up. We said they need something more creative, more coordinated. How about that? Now here's the problem. Do it again. You need to score again in this game. And maybe the tied game state would help as that one rings high. When they won game 2, we said it felt like they were taking the chances given to them. They had 5 shots, they scored 3 of them. Misses like that, of course, not an easy shot, but it seemed like he had a chance at it. And against a team who's playing like the Scallops are, if you got a chance at it, you gotta take it. And here's why. Nels, full field, Scallops lead again. Florida push up a bit too far. And Nels just clears it all the way downfield, right into the bottom left corner. And so, that shot from Latumos wiped off the board as Florida still trail by 1. That miss could help, but that demo sure won't, as it forces Latumos to dive back for a save. Vice now given a chance. Jam to his right. He'll pass. Hallow intercepts. Jam still scores. 2-2. Tied up again. Hallow blocks the pass, but the shot's still there, and Hallow can't get back to it. At least not enough to get a clear. And so we have parity re-established. As Hallow dodges the bump and gets another clear away. Latumos left alone. That catch beats 1, that touch a second, but he gives his life for it. Matt now another one pinched forward. Catch down, bouncing. Latumos clears. Nels now to the back wall. It's Jam to get another one cleared away. Latumos the 50 towards the back wall. Matt the clear away. Bouncer wide. Hallow wins the 50. Matt now downfield. Hits the shot. Another overcommit for Florida. And another punish from Matt. Scallops lead again. Florida know their chances will be few and far between. They know they need to take them, so they're getting too aggressive, trying to force it. And as a result, the Scallops just being gifted shots, being gifted counters. And so for Florida, as hold on, this could be one. Flick forward, but it's way too high, and Latumos can only pop it even more so. That'll force us down to 1 minute to go. As Florida need to find chances, they need another goal. Latumos pop up, the demo will erase the shooter, and Jam's shot is blocked as Nels had time to recover. Latumos not able to get to this one. Jam a bit of a miss. Vice gets it right by 1, but Matt is already on it. Out of boost, just playing time, fakes it down, and now Latumos will try to play it the other way. Reset blocked by Hallow. Vice already on it though. Pops around 1. Dunk, but it's still in the corner, and that'll be an easy clear. Latumos now another high pop, but Nell's already on it. This one blocked by Jam. 20 seconds for Florida. This one dropped down. Hallow a high clear to the side and a free follow. And another 50. Opens it up for Matt. 4-2. Playmaker for Hallow. 9 seconds to go. And the Scallops easily working their way to what appears to be match point. As the clock will run down, there's no hope left for Florida here, as they will fall down against triple match point, as the Scallops move up to 3-1. 4-2. It was close for so long. Of course, we can't see the shots, but assuming Vice got anything, it does seem like Florida did somehow outshoot them and yet still just couldn't get any threat, really. And I mean, we said it in the middle of it. It just felt like they're getting shots, they're getting chances, but Steinhatchee just have someone there. They're just coordinated. They're just there. I mean, how many ways can I say it? As we aren't going to have a timeout, and so we're just going to roll on. Florida, I mean, obviously that redirect from Latumos, not very replicable, but at the same time, that's what you need to do. You need to get passes, get creative shots. Redirects, if they're there, can't just take a bunch of pot shots because Steinhatchee have shown their rotation's clean enough to deal with that. Now, of course, the other route you could take, go for demos. That was something I know they had going for them in Week 11. And if a team's just playing well, getting rotations, then how about you just destroy the rotations, make them awkward, make them panic. And that can open a lane, so that's definitely the second option. But we'll see if they're able to employ anything as their back is now up against the wall. No more lives. They need to win 3 straight, and it needs to start here. This one dunked in the air, jammed to the back wall, running out of boost, and there's no one there to follow. Timber's trying to catch, will win another 50. Vice up in the air, double demo by Nels. Hallow now with time. High in the air, pass across, Matt is there, 40 seconds in, Steinhatchee, another lead. They give him space, or they're forced to give him space on account of the 2 demos. And Hallow makes them pay, threads the pass to Matt, who's there to finish. And the Scallops put the pressure on and then turn up the heat. Florida now need 2 goals, and they need to do so, of course, starting from behind. Need to get desperate here. Jam will have a chance to catch. Gets away from him a little bit, though. This one bouncing down. It's forced off the right side. Now Latumos will get it away. Hallow not able to reach that one. Matt trying to play it forward. Hallow to the back wall. Double! 2-0. Steinhatchee lead by multiple. Hallow the double from the side. Latumos can only watch as the Scallops, it is just getting further and further out of their control. Latumos now up in the air again, getting the force forward. Hallow over to the side. This one dunked across, but Nels another one played away. Now over to the side. Latumos just following it back. Didn't get the boost. Will be able to get it out at least a little bit, though. As now he'll fake out Hallow. But of course, eventually, it just goes the other way. Now this one out towards the side. Drop down. Nels. Leaves it off the side wall. Matt already on it. Matt, it's just 3. Somehow it's just easy for him. As Hallow and Nels just force it off the sidewall, and Matt able to walk it in. And this one looks like it's over. So obviously I predicted 4-2 because of the, how I felt it was in terms of predicting. I did say, in reality, it was going to be 5. 5 or fewer, I said. I didn't predict a team with that, so of course, just a secondary, but I mean, I said whoever won was likely to be one-sided, and that is exactly what we're seeing. Hallow forces it out. Matt pinches it with him, but Hallow makes sure to get credit. And it is 4-0 for the Scallops. Houston are on notice because Steinhatchee putting up a statement series here. They do drop a game, but the 4 they win are dominant. 8-1, 4-0. The one closer 4-2, and then already 5-0. Houston coming into the playoffs an underdog, but Steinhatchee want revenge for week 1, and they're getting ready to book their ticket to look for just that. Hallow up off the back wall again. 2 minutes left to go, but it's looking bleak for the Ospreys. He's trying to follow it up, this one up towards the ceiling. Nell's playing it forward. Jam already on it. Latumos now to the corner, bouncing out. Matt not there. Hallow to play it off the sidewall again. Vice the shot. There's one back. Hey, not a shutout. We'll see if maybe there's a chance it turns into something more, but at the very least, goal on the board. You know? So, just under 2 minutes to go. Definitely still feels quite confident for the Scallops here, but hey, maybe. We have just over 100 seconds left to go. This one pushed back yet again. He's pushing it out towards the side. Matt now on it. Has control. He'll just go straight over one. Jam now off the back wall. Nell's there. Reset down. Won't get the double. No clear just yet, but Jam will eventually clear it away. I can't help but notice this is another 30 seconds already gone from the clock. Okay, giveaway there, but Matt able to get back in time and get a bump. Now off the sidewall once more. This one to the back wall. Walked to the side by Hallow. Latumos off the sidewall. Looking to drop this one down. Matt over to the side. Vice up off the right wall. Looking for something down. All three go. They get nothing. Nels, though, skies the shot. Well, he's not 5-1. We'll give it to him. You know, we'll give him a pass for that one. And we're down now to 40 seconds to go. We'll call it a mercy. Okay? We'll say that one was a mercy. That he didn't want to make it more one-sided, so he just conveniently missed the shot. As we're down now to 20 seconds left to go, still the 4-goal lead holding on. It's been a foregone conclusion. It's been over for quite a while. And it will be Steinhatchee who closed this one out. Florida in games 2 and 3, or 2 and 4 more likely, looked like they were going to make it a fight, but Steinhatchee came to brawl, and they, quite easily for the most part, make their way to a top 4 bid. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hit you with that one. You know, Samu, I'm not going to go with that one. As we'll see if we will have an interview, but confident win from the Scallops on that one, as they, like we said, will make their way to a top 4 bid, and they'll look strong doing it. And of course, like we've said at the beginning of the stream, they're going to face off against a Houston team, number 7 seed, other than the last week, kind of limped into the playoffs, so I think it's safe to say they're favorites. We'll see about that one. But we will first see if we will have an interview. Are they still in their call? 2 of them are. So we'll see if they want to. And we will have one. And so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with the Scallops. Pretty confident, I'd say. You guys get the win in 5 games. How's it feel to be top 4?
It feels good. They were a great team.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I will ask, you guys dropped 1 game. What happened in game 2 to let Florida turn the tides there?
I may have thrown the game. I might have owned goal that 1 goal,
Okay.
and then more.
Okay.
And then Nels 50'd it in front of the net for the last one. And...
Oh, okay.
And then Hollow just didn't do shit.
Of course. And he can't defend himself, so it's true. And of course, I will ask, this does move you guys on to play Houston. How do you feel about that matchup?
Uh, I feel confident. They're a decent team, so it should be still a good series.
Agreed.
Appreciate the PR. But yeah, I mean, obviously, interesting how the bracket has turned out with our two forfeits. Do you think you guys will make the run and win the chip?
Uh, I think more than
Yes.
likely, realistically.
Holy Matt. Matt is being. This is all of Matt's PR book. He has the book open right now, reading
Yeah,
it word
it's
for word.
it's draining quickly though. We got to be careful.
Hollow said, "Boo, shit interview. Nelson Matter so boring."
I mean, he's not even here, so this is your chance to talk, and he can't defend. It's not like he had a great
I,
series or anything. Like, come on.
Yeah, second game was on Hollow.
Mm.
Said he wanted to forfeit after that. I said no, not this time. Played it out.
yeah.
Won the
That,
series.
I didn't think about that. Hallow on me.
What did he say?
Bro thinks I care about defending myself. uh,
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, obviously not the closest series. Not a lot to talk about. So, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
next logo.
Thank you. Love you, doggo.
All right. I mean, we heard. That was a lot of PR. I gotta be real. If you beat Florida 4-1, um, you gotta be in reality. You gotta be more confident than yeah. Houston are a good team. I think they're solid enough that should still be a good series. But like, come on, man. We know they realistically should sweep that based on what we've seen so far. Of course, Houston can put up a fight, can make it a closer affair, but like we know he's confident, and I think they have every right to be. So we'll see next week about that one. As of course it's not filled in, but we can look at our bracket as we have both semifinals now locked in. I think we have two clear favorites, as New York and Steinhatchee should be favored in both their matches, but I think both still worth watching, especially that Havana one. I still think Havana definitely can put up a fight, so don't count them out. But yeah, that'll be interesting. And then, of course, we do still have two Pixel semifinal spots up for grabs. While we're here, why don't we take a quick look at that? As we have Luxor and Boston who have moved on, but we're still waiting on our first and third games. Both of those will be tomorrow night, so we hope to see you back for those. Let me get the times for you just for a quick reference. Of course, both in Eastern, as those will be at 8 and 9 p.m. with Inchin playing first. So those should be pretty good, and we hope to see you back then. But that does do it for tonight, as the Steinhatchee Scallops roll up and take a confident win. Your final score here one last time: Scallops 4, Ospreys 1. We'll see you back tomorrow to lock in our top 4 in Pixel.